Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie. Thank you guys for joining me today. In today's video, we're sort of doing a makeup and tea sesh. This is a series that I started, I want to say like a few months ago, a couple months ago maybe. So far I've been lacking on them. I've, sort of been slacking a little bit. Definitely came back because I think some things are happening out now in the world and many of us are getting stressed. Many of us are like, oh my god, but we didn't do this. Like, oh my god, the pandemic is over, it's ending. No, it's not. A lot of us are feeling guilty for a lot of things that we really don't need to feel guilty for. I think in a sense we sort of forget that we are in control of our own lives and our own thing, and like we see like all these people and we sort of compare, and comparison is the thief of joy. Don't know who said it, but it's a quote I read somewhere and it is the most gut-wrenchingly honest thing in the whole wide world, because I compare myself. I know a lot of people compare themselves. We have something set for all of us. No one's going to take it away. Yeah. And in cases like this, I sort of want to bring awareness to the fact that we need to all be a little kinder to ourselves. There's no race and there's no competition to finish anything by any certain timeline. We're good. I hope you guys are excited to talk to me today. We're going to be doing a lot of talking. I'm also going to be doing a lot of Smokey. This is the first time I've done a black eyeshadow tutorial on my channel, and I personally am the biggest fan of these looks. I just don't do them often. I don't necessarily feel like a lot of people want to watch them. I'm very excited for this look. I used the Tati Beauty palette. It's not really a tutorial because I'm more so talking than giving directions and explanations, but I hope you guys are excited to watch this. And before I leave you guys, make sure that you are subscribed and make sure you hit the bell, and also make sure you have hit the like button so that I know that you like these kinds of videos. I have a lot I want to talk to you guys about and have a lot I could talk to you guys about. So let's just go ahead and get started, guys. So for today's video, we're doing a makeup and tea session, as you guys probably already heard me say in the intro. And today's tea is English breakfast, which is very much like black tea. So if you don't have English breakfast, black tea, green tea, any tea, just join me with some tea because it's very centering, soothing, yummy. I put a little bit of lemon in here because at Corona season, I need that vitamin C. For today's look, I really wanted to do something very glam, very dark, very boom. So we're gonna do the most glam palette I think I have in my whole collection, but one of the more glam palettes I have in my collection, and it's gonna be the Tati Beauty palette. Mainly playing with the colors that I haven't been playing with, and it's gonna be this whole row, but I haven't really dabbled into these colors. I think it's time to use memory. We're gonna obviously start with the eyes. I'm gonna do something I say I hate doing, but I need to do because I can't I can't have anything compromised. So I'm gonna be going with some Scotch tape. Super weird. The trick with this is you get it, put it on the back of your palm. Again, basically you wanna be rid of all the stickiness and just sort of tape so that you don't necessarily have to worry too hard about the precision, and you can just go in on your blending. We're gonna grab another. Again, you're gonna see that we end up pulling skin anyway. That's why I don't like to do this, but I understand that in some cases you sort of have to. Is it even to you? Because I think it's even. I think it's even, yeah. Just I forget that this brow is shorter than the other brow. Sorry. And we're going to be priming with the P. Louise base. And I kind of have a vision of where I want this to go. I'm not necessarily sure that it's going to execute the same way, but we're definitely going to give it our best, as we do. So in this session, I don't know if you guys have caught any of my other makeup and tea sessions, but if you haven't, I will definitely put that in the eye. So basically, kind of what I want to do here is just sort of have like girl chat, just, this is girl talk. Like, what do you do when you're sort of like venting to somebody? Like, this is, you guys are my somebodies that I'm going to talk to, because my other somebodies don't want to hear me right now. The thing I want to talk to you about is quarantine is sort of being let up. In these sessions, by the way, I do talk about the product, but I don't go like in so much depth because I'm going to be talking about other stuff. I will be letting you know what I do use though. So I'm gonna go into Soothe the matte with this Morphe E22 brush. And before I start, I think it's just honorary that I take a sip of tea. Oh yeah. The lemon is definitely kicking my behind. So basically, I sort of want to talk to you about like maybe expectations that people may sort of unwillingly and unknowingly place on you for quarantine, or that you may even have placed on yourself for quarantine. Like these 2 months that we've been on lockdown, 2 months, March, a little after my boyfriend's birthday, so like definitely after March, like mid-March. Something that happens a lot, and I know because this happened with myself as well, is you go on social media and you see that people are posting their best lives on social media. You know, they're like working out, or they're getting stuff done, they're making bigger deals, they're starting up new businesses, starting up new companies, or they're just meditating and they're like doing yoga and they're, you know, practicing self-care in like every single way. You sort of almost start to like beat yourself up for it. So it's not okay that I've sort of been in bed and waking up like at 2 p.m. because it takes me until 4 a.m. to go to sleep. You know, you sort of get into this rut. This rut becomes like a loop, a spiral where you just keep going down and down and down on yourself. Depression can even come from it, you know? I'm taking this Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH41 and I'm gonna dip it into Memory, the matte one, which is the black. And you're like, wait, you know, this isn't what I should be doing. And you almost start to bully yourself into like, well, no, you know, you're just being lazy. You need to get up and you need to do X, Y, and Z. And why aren't you doing this if everyone else is doing this? If they can have their shit together, why can't you? And I know that for many people, myself included, this being isolated, being by yourself, being home, like not necessarily feeling like you have an outlet where you can speak, or feeling like you have anyone that is willing to listen to you, or maybe you do have people that are willing to listen to you and you just don't want to necessarily feel like you're burdening them, you know, with what you've got going on, because everyone's got stuff going on, and then why is your stuff any more vital than their stuff, you know? I'm gonna grab Ritual, which is the dark matte brown, on this little fluffy brush and just make that my in-between color. You know, and sort of like, well, why should I burden them with my problems if they're not burdening me with their problems? And why should I talk about what's going on with me if no one's talking to me about what's going on with them? The thing is, everyone's always going to show their like best foot forward on social media. Like no one's going to say, hey, I'm going through X, Y, and Z. I feel X, Y, and Z. Because they're just not. And the thing is, we sort of feel guilty because we have laid in bed all day. You know, we just wasted a whole day or 2 days. We've just sort of spent that time in bed and we haven't really done anything with our time. And now that it's being lifted, you almost feel like there's this pressure and like, oh my God, I have to do something with my time. And I'm just gonna tell you that no, you don't. You don't owe anyone your time. You don't owe anyone receipts of what you've done and what you've accomplished. You don't owe anyone anything. You owe yourself that. And something that I learned to value during this time is definitely practicing self-care. I definitely did not for a while. I want to say for like maybe 2 weeks of April. I know that I was just like looping and going into a spiral, and I was just like angry at myself and angry at the world for things that no one really had any control over. It's not like I let myself down. It's more of we didn't see this coming, so I can't really say that I was let down because I wasn't. I think I put pressure on myself because I go on Instagram and I see like I have to learn to be okay and to accept the fact that I don't like it. I don't like working out in my home. I pay a gym membership for the very reason of not having to work out in my home. Good to justify why you do what you do a little bit. I'm saying, we're all coping in a different way. I want to grab either the glitter or the metallic. You see that? Oh, I definitely gotta go for the glitter. I'm gonna go in with the glitter. Oh yeah, baby. You know, like, what I'm saying is don't feel guilty for not accomplishing things that you didn't even expect yourself to accomplish, you know? Like, if you see that people have lost X amount of weight during quarantine, good for them. You can cheer for them, you can applaud for them, you can tell them congratulations, but you don't have to say, woe is me, and that should have been me, and that could have been me. And don't let anyone tell you, I want to go in with this eyeliner. I feel like because it's taped, it's going to be so much easier now. Like I'm saying, don't let yourself feel guilty over things that you had no control over. This liner is still something I'm trying to like work on. So we're gonna remove the tape. Hold your breath. It's okay, we can clean this up. We're gonna fix this, we're gonna fix this. This was really the year that we were all expecting to have our shit together. I know I definitely did. I know that this certainly came at a moment where, in my opinion, I really do feel I needed it. I needed like the pause, and I needed the break, and I needed the time, and I needed just to be and to slow down and to say, hey, you know, like I now appreciate a car ride. I now appreciate eating at a restaurant. You know what I appreciate that I don't think I'll ever feel comfortable again? Someone blowing the candles on their cake. How are we ever gonna get okay with that again? Like, how are we ever gonna feel safe, you know? Like, I'm sure if you like know them and they're cool and all that stuff, and that's fine, but definitely there's things that like I don't think we'll definitely go back to. I don't foresee our future being one where we feel comfortable and safe in those situations, like taking an airplane ride, you know? Like, you wouldn't think twice about the seat, you just sort of sit. And I know that like everyone and their mothers told us like planes are super dirty, they don't have time to clean, but I didn't, you know, and many people didn't. And I took a lot of flights. I've taken a lot of flights in my life. I'm not saying that like I was some jet setter every single year going on like 10 trips a year. It's just not something that I thought of twice, and I know nobody did. I know my parents didn't, but now I know that like even things like going to an airport, it's like you're gonna have to wear your mask. That this is gonna be the new normal. Like, it's just definitely making me appreciate all the years back. I'm gonna hydrate the skin with coconut water from Wet n Wild. Covered our eyes because we're not going through this again. Discrimination in this virus. Like, this virus doesn't care if you're white or if you're black. This virus doesn't care if you're rich or if you're poor. This virus does not care, you know, and it's gonna, it gets you, and that's kind of a fear, you know. That's a fear that everyone has, and like people are acting crazy over it. They're like buying and hoarding 7 months worth of toilet paper because they're scared of going outside and facing the world. And the thing is, yeah, everything's opening up, but is it even gonna be a thing where we're okay going out, you know? I just, from experience, have learned that if you try to force things to happen before they're supposed to happen, they're not gonna happen. And that goes for everything. That's a lesson that I'm going from me to you, free of charge. I'm just trying to brighten up because these eyes are dark. And yes, I'm using my Tati Beauty Blendiful. I think a big thing I'm trying to convey to you guys is don't feel pressured to bully yourself into doing anything. I'm going to go as far as saying even taking a shower in the day is already a big accomplishment, even if you had 5 other things you felt like you needed to do. If showering is one of those things that you accomplish, then you're already a step ahead. You're already winning in a way. I know that I'm speaking from experience. I had like 2 weeks where I was in a rut and 2 weeks where I hated waking up, you know? I would take it out on everyone around me. I took it out on my boyfriend, I took it out on my parents, I took it out on my everything. I took it out on my own work, I took it out on everything. The reason I'm gonna say this, it's because it's not something that you plan for. Nobody plans for a pandemic. Clearly, you can see the government. Nobody plans for anything like this, of this extremity. So yeah, when things happen, there's no predictable way to predict or say, hey, you know, this is gonna happen and this is what it's gonna do to you. I feel like definitely as someone that like needs her rigid schedule, I'm definitely someone that needs a rigid schedule. I'm gonna take my Milani bronzer and Silky Matte #1 Sunlight, and I'm gonna take this big old brush. I'm just gonna coat her. Because it's so fluffy, it's kind of hard to coat the whole thing. I'm just gonna leave you with a little bit of a tip, and that is, if you feel like the most you can do in a day is just get up and make your bed, even if you're just gonna lie in it again, do it. I know, because I've made my bed every single day of this quarantine. The thing is, that helps me. It keeps me on my routine. It keeps me on my, I may go back and lie down in it, but like, the thing is, I am doing something. I took the 2 minutes out of my day to make it something that I'm comfortable and I'm proud of. I see and I'm like, you know, like I don't like lying down in a messy bed. I don't like sleeping in a messy bed. I always fix the bed even if I'm home, and have been home all day, and will continue to be in my bedroom all day. So I'm gonna go in with the Kylie Cosmetics, and I'm going in with this fluffy brush. This is Pink Power. Bring some life back to these cheeks. So I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M213. It's a little teeny tiny brush like this, and I'm gonna go in with Soothe Matte. So I'm grabbing a little bit of one of Ritual, one of Memory, and tapping. And we're just gonna tightline right here. And we're gonna go in with our Damn Girl Mascara. Damn! Little things will eventually equate to bigger things. So make your own breakfast, you know, maybe, and this is just me to you, like my tips that have helped me. Because I'm not really going out much, I definitely take vitamin D, like the pill. I think it's called vitamin D3 or P3 or P, but vitamin D. It's like a little gel formula, has a 3, because I'm not really going out much. I play with my dog. Definitely seeing my baby puppy's face all the time is the best thing in the whole wide world to me. Spend a lot of time with my boyfriend. We talk on the phone every day. That's always been a highlight. Read. That was always my escape when I was in school. Like, people would have to take the books away from me because I was always freaking reading so much. I'm not going to tell you to pick up a hobby. That's not what I'm about. But I will definitely say, if you're in the market for something, journal. And I don't mean that to be like the tacky, like cliche, like, oh yeah, like she's telling us to journal like everybody else. No, I mean, like, I started journaling and I have never felt so therapeutic. I've never felt like I had any sort of release in anything I did until I started journaling. It was crazy because I went from like having everything bottled in and like feeling like no one was gonna listen to me and like nobody cared and all that, and then I started journaling and I was like, I don't need anyone to listen to me. I'm right now gluing my lashes. I need to vent because sometimes you really shouldn't be telling people everything that you're thinking. And so I started journaling, and it was really the best decision I got in my life. And I got that advice from Call Her Daddy, the podcast, which I'm not going to talk about because they're broken up. I'm going to grab Peachy from the little ABH lip gloss set. Peachy with 2 Y's? No, 3 Y's. No, 2 Y's. 3 Y's? Okay, whatever. It's 2 or 3 Y's. We just dip it one more. Look at how good that looks. Maybe the whole time is your you time, but when I'm willing to dedicate any part of that time to something else besides, you know, just laying in bed and watching any reality show that I picked up recently, it definitely is something I definitely look forward to. Like right now, after I finish filming, because it is so late, I'm definitely gonna journal. If I say definitely one more time, I'm gonna definitely stop talking. But I am gonna journal right after I finish, because even if I don't do anything in my day, I have things that I want to just whoosh, vent and talk about and let out. I'm gonna grab this little teeny tiny brush and just in the nose. Yeah, I think this is it, you guys. Wow, I look sweaty. It's not sweat, it's the dew. It's definitely the dew. Sincerely hope that, if nothing more, you got to drink some tea with me and you got to talk about life and you got to listen to me a little bit. And even if you don't resonate, I hope that if you know someone that does resonate with all of this that I have just said, that you don't necessarily make a point to make them want to forcibly talk to you. Like, let them know that the option is available. Don't force them. 9 out of 10 times they won't take it anyway. I know, because I've been that person. Just sort of let them know that you're there, and that's comforting enough. And then if you do know someone, maybe you can share these tips with them. Make your bed, do some dishes, your dishes if no one else's dishes. If you live at home, just do your own. If you're not gonna add, don't take away. And journal. I highly recommend journaling. If not that, take your shower. Just take a shower. That can be enough. Then you can go back to bed on your made up bed, very clean bed, and the rest is, you know, today's a day, tomorrow could be the same. It'll pass. This is all gonna be over. This time next year, it'll probably be something different. We can just sort of move forward. That's kind of what we are and what we do as humans. We move forward and we get past things, and this is something that we didn't expect. So don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty for things that you're doing. Don't feel guilty for things that you're not doing. Don't feel guilty because you see everyone's losing weight, or everyone's gaining muscle, or everyone's eating healthy, or everyone's a chef. That's them. That's them, and that's not you, and it's not me, and it's not gonna be. So with that, I leave you, my babies. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for clicking on the link. Thank you for being subscribed, because I know I did not just pour my heart and soul out to you guys for y'all not to be subscribed. And thank you for giving this a thumbs up. I love you guys so, so much. Be easy on yourselves. Let's all love ourselves a little bit more. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed. A little smoky eye with a little black eye with a little black tea. Oh, that lemon. Oh, that lemon. Oh, that lemon is strong. So thank you guys again. I love you. Be safe. I will see you in the next video. I'm sorry. Where's my brush? I just had it in my hand. Is there anything else for me?